Hello and welcome to step number 4 of the Sleepmap system. So today we're going to talk about what you can do for your body to actually prepare your body for good sleep, to get your body on your side. Like there's a lot of things that we can do when it comes to our sleep. A lot of things are related to our mind, to what we think about. We're going to cover that in step number 6 out of the system. But now we're going to talk about our body, step number 4. So if you're struggling from bad sleep for months or years, then the body is a very interesting and important aspect to focus on. So today, let's just dive into the topic right away. Before we dive in, I'm going to give you a little bit of context where we're moving, as every time when we have these little sessions. If you look at this is the Sleeptrust sleep map, and we're talking about our bodies today. So this is where we're located. And essentially what you see here is, here's the foundation, right? There are a couple of steps we need to have in place to build a solid foundation. But when it comes, and then there are things we want to practice, like that's what we're talking about here today. What are the specific things that I can do for my body, nutrition, mind? And after that, like there are another 3 steps, but that's like future view. So today, what can we do to bring our body onto our side? And essentially, let me start with this little sheet here. So there are 2 things, or 3 things actually, that we can see here that are majorly important if you're struggling from sleep and you want to do things for your body that will improve your sleep, right? So number 1 thing that you can see here, we're talking about rhythms, right? So we need to give our bodies a chance to opt into a rhythm, meaning you want to keep the time that you go to bed and that you get up constant. So you want to have a regular bedtime, and like we cannot always control when we fall asleep, right? But we can always control when we get out of bed. So keep the time you get out of bed constant. That's going to help your body to tune into a natural rhythm. So that's information number 1. But information number 2 and 3 that you can pick up on this little page here when it comes to our body is light and temperature. Light and temperature. So let's start with our with light. Like when we're talking about light, sunlight, light that our bulbs emit, it's important to understand that we've got little receptors in our eyes. And these little receptors pick up on light, in particular on blue light, and they hand that information over to the SCN, which is our main inner clock. And the inner clock controls the pineal gland, which produces melatonin, which is also known as the sleep hormone. So there are quite complex processes going on in our bodies when it comes to light. What we can do to ensure that we're in the flow of nature rather than working against it is that we get into sunlight at daytime, right? We want to expose our bodies to light. And when it comes to evening time, nighttime, we want to reduce light. We want to dim lights inside of our houses, reduce the light that we get from our screens. And at nighttime, we want to sleep in a dark room. So that gives our bodies, our eyes, a clear signal that it's daytime, that it's nighttime, and that will help us to tune into that rhythm that I just described, right? We want to get and tune into that natural rhythm to help our bodies to automatically feel tired, fall asleep at nighttime without us taking control. We're going to talk about the mind in 2 steps from now. That's step number 6 out of the sleep map. Right now, it's just about the body. So we're just talking about signals, light, body signals, hormones, and preparing ourselves to opt into that rhythm. So light, very important. Get enough at daytime and get rid of it at nighttime. The second thing, and that kind of aligns to the little thing you could see, is temperature. So you might have heard about certain temperatures that you need in your bedroom and in your bed to fall asleep and all of this. And I will say, I would not give too much belief into these specific temperatures. But what we can say from looking at nature is daytime, when sun comes out, it gets warmer, no matter where you are on this planet, right? if you're in the Antarctic or in somewhere on the Jamaica, at daytime when sun comes out, it gets hotter, warmer, and at nighttime it gets cools down. And that's what we want to expose our bodies to. So typically you want to have your bedrooms a little bit cooler than the rest of your house. So if you're moving through the rest of your house, all the other, and you have like 25 degrees, or in summer maybe 30 degrees, maybe it's 20 degrees, it doesn't matter. At nighttime in your bedroom, you want to have it just slightly cooler so that your skin can pick up on that and knows, okay, it's kind of nighttime, it's dark, it's cool, I can fall asleep. And there are things you can do to promote that. Like you can leave your window open at nighttime. That will do the job if you can, if you're living in a safe place. If not, you can use your climate, your air conditioning to reduce the temperature. There are even devices that you can buy for your mattress, like a chilly pad. It's a bit pricey, I think, but it cools down. It's kind of something you put onto your mattress that cools water flow, lets cool water flow through it, and it reduces the temperature of your bed. So there are a couple of tricky things that you can do, but a very simple thing is actually to have, and that's counterintuitive, to have a hot shower before you go to bed. Because your body temperature moves upwards now, right? And when you leave the hot shower, afterwards, your body temperature would drop because now you're coming out of a hot environment, right? So everything, even if your bedroom has the same temperature as the rest of your house, everything seems cooler now. So that's a little tweak. Oh, by the way, I forgot to mention that there are also tweaks when it comes to sunlight or light at nighttime, right? You can use blue light blocking glasses. They typically, a lot of them have like yellowish glasses, but you get them with plain glasses too. You can use blue light reduced bulbs, light bulbs that simply do not emit blue light. So there are a couple of things that you can do. And you can also like just simply tune down the light that you have in your house like 2 hours before you go to bed. So that's one big aspect. Tuning into the rhythm, letting your body experience sunlight at the time of the day where it expects to get sunlight, reduce that or get rid of it when there should not be sunlight, play around with temperature, all really important when it comes to our bodies. So the next thing that we can do for our bodies to sleep better is actually to exercise. Like I bet you guessed this is going to come. Like at some point, it's going to come with exercise. Yes, sure, because exercise is an important aspect of our life. So if you're not doing it, start to exercise. The thing is, you do not have to get extreme here, right? Exercising can mean to simply have a walk. If you have a walk, you're going to catch more sunlight if you do that daytime. If you do a little bit of cardiovascular exercise like running, cycling, whatever, it's good to have that rather in the morning or the early afternoon. Don't do too late, because when we exercise, our heart rate goes up, and when we relax, we should give our bodies time to kind of calm down again. So, but exercising is a great tool to tell our bodies that we're up and running, that we're alive, preparing our bodies on like every cell in our body. Our muscles get used, and that has a positive effect on a lot of body functions. So at nighttime, when it's time to rest, our body is tired, supporting us falling asleep. And also, exercise is a great tool to reduce stress. One of the major contributors for bad sleep is stress. You might wake up having a racing mind. You might have nightmares. You might experience other things. But doing exercise helps us to reduce stress on a very, very basic level. And that alone is worth thinking about doing exercise. And as said, you don't need to go extreme here. You can have a walk, you can move your body, do stretching, a little bit of yoga, whatever is right for you. Try to get in 30 minutes a day. That would be awesome. Like if you just make 10 minutes a day, that's better than 0 minutes, right? So pick something, pick a time that's realistic for you. and I'm sure you're going to benefit from that. So last thing our last thing that we're going to cover here in this quick video here today is your bedroom environment. When we're talking about our body, it's important that we are able to relax in bed. And relaxing is hard if we experience pain, right? If you lie on your bed and your pillow is not right for you and your neck is constantly sending out some pain signals, it's going to be hard for you to fall asleep or stay asleep. If you have the wrong mattress, too hard or too soft, or anything like that just doesn't meet the requirements of your body, you're going to have a hard time to fall and stay asleep. If you are lying in the wrong sleep position, let's say you're lying on your stomach and you kind of, your neck is hurting because of that, or you're not getting enough air breathing because the position is just not optimal for you, then these are all things you want to take a minute or two to think about and think, oh, what's true for me? Like, in which sleep position can I actually sleep really good? On top of that, like if we're talking about sleep positions, that will go a little bit deeper than we can do that in this video here. But depending on your preconditions, lying on your back can promote sleep apnea. And sleep apnea is something like when your breathing stops, suddenly stops. Your tongue drops into your throat and kind of blocks the air passage. You kind of, it's not per se dangerous in that moment. You will get air, but the thing that happens here is that you will suddenly gasp for air, like after not breathing for 20-30 seconds, how long ever it is for the person that experiences this. But at some point you will breathe, but it pulls you out of deep sleep every time that happens. It's like a little alert signal in your brain lighting up to protect you or me or us, whomever that happens to. And that's simply not good to have good quality sleep completely related to our body. So this is kind of the package that you want to walk through in your mind. And yeah, as I said before, like this is step number 4 out of a proven system that helps people like you. And I assume if you're watching this, you're struggling with your sleep, probably for months or even years. It's just that you need to do the right things in the right sequence. And the first 3 steps are building a foundation. This is step number 4, where we're talking about things that we need to apply. But if you skip the other steps, your efforts might be wasted. So I highly suggest that you download the Sleeptrust Sleep Map. I'm giving it away for free. You will find the link underneath this video. Download it. Ask me any questions anything that's running through your mind that relates to your personal sleep situation. And I'm sure that I can give you some clarity around where you should focus on right now. But your body and our bodies, that's the topic that we tackled here today. Highly important. Check into the rhythm. See that you utilize sunlight in the way nature has foreseen that for us. The same is true for the temperature. See that you align your temperature, that your body experiences the temperature shifts that it would experience at daytime. See that you do things for your body, talking about exercise here, reducing stress, and get into a comfortable sleeping position. Check in if you've got the right mattress, if you've got the right cushions, and there are all sorts of cushions that can help you to sleep pain-free. And yeah, that's all that we're going to cover here today. I hope you got some inspiration